Welcome. Have you ever felt like English has this secret code that you just can't seem to crack? Well, a huge part of that code is something called phrasal verbs. They can be really confusing, I get it, but they're also what makes the language so incredibly expressive. And today, we're going to crack that code together. All right, first up, English's secret code. Let's kick things off with a little puzzle that honestly perfectly captures the whole challenge of phrasal verbs. Just think about the phrase break up for a second. How is it possible that it can describe something so heartbreaking, like the end of a relationship, and also a whole room just erupting in laughter? It seems kind of impossible, right? But that's the magic of what we're diving into today. So on one side, you have a relationship ending, and on the other, a joke is so good it gets everyone laughing. The exact same two words, break up, are creating two totally different worlds. Now, this isn't some weird mistake in the language. This is the secret code of phrasal verbs in action. So how on earth does this work? Let's take a look at the basic formula. And trust me, it's way simpler than you think, and it really is the key to understanding everything else. So what exactly is a phrasal verb? Well, you can think of it like a team up. A regular verb joins forces with another little word, usually a preposition or an adverb, words like up, out, or with, and together they create a brand new meaning. And that new meaning is often, as the source material puts it, radically different. Think of it like a little bit of linguistic chemistry. The verb is one element, and the particle, that small preposition or adverb, is another. You mix them together, and boom, you get a completely new compound with its own unique meaning. I mean, just look at this. To hold something is pretty gentle, right? It's supportive. But you add one little word, up, and suddenly you get hold up, a robbery. Do you see how the original meaning just vanishes? That is the power of this simple formula. Okay, so now that you've got the formula down, let's see how one single verb can branch out and create a whole family of new meanings. This is where it gets really fun. Let's take the verb make. Just by changing that one little particle at the end, you get four totally different ideas. You can make of something, which means to interpret it, or you can make up a story. You can make up with a friend after a fight, or you can make up for a mistake you made. It's just incredibly versatile. Now let's try it with get. Get away means to escape. That's simple enough. But look what happens when you add the word with. To get away with something means you've done something wrong and you didn't get punished for it. And get at is even trickier. It could mean you're hinting at something, or it could mean you're physically attacking someone. This is why context is absolutely everything. Okay, next up, the word order puzzle. Because it's not just about what words you use, it's about where you put them. And getting this right is a huge key to sounding more natural. So here's where it gets really interesting. With a lot of these phrasal verbs, you actually have a choice. You can split the verb and the particle, and you can stick the object, in this case the cartoon, right in the middle. Maria cut the cartoon out. That's perfectly correct. Or you can just keep the phrasal verbs together and put the object at the end. Maria cut out the cartoon. Both are 100% correct. They mean the exact same thing, and you'll hear native speakers use both all the time. But, and this is a big but, what happens if we swap out the cartoon for a tiny little pronoun like it? This is where all that flexibility stops, and a very specific rule kicks in. And nailing this rule, it's a massive step towards fluency. Okay, here's the rule. It's super simple. If the object is a pronoun, it must go in the middle. It has to be Maria cut it out. You can never ever say Maria cut out it. It's a small detail, I know, but getting it right makes you sound so much more like a native speaker. Finally, let's talk about your language superpower. Because why are we learning all of this? Phrasal verbs aren't just a list of vocabulary to memorize. They are the key to unlocking a whole new level of communication. It all comes back to that one simple formula. Verb plus particle equals a brand new meaning. This isn't just a rule, it's the engine of creativity in English. It gives you the power to not just understand what's being said, but to express your own ideas in a much more colorful and natural way. And here is the real superpower. These phrasal verbs can actually transform. The verb cut out can become a noun, a cutout. The action warm up before you exercise becomes a thing, a warm-up.
They can even become adjectives, like a getaway car for a quick escape, or watered-down soup that just doesn't have much flavor. This is how the language stays so fresh and descriptive.
So now that you've cracked the code, you're going to start seeing and hearing them everywhere. The next time you listen to a song, watch a movie, or just chat with a friend, listen for them. You've just unlocked a huge part of the English language. Happy learning.